Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kieran and this is Thrifted Living. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today's video is going to be one that I've been wanting to share for a while. It's sort of like a new series that I've been wanting to share, and it's going to be crafting through craft kits that I find at the thrift store. So if you guys are new to my channel, I love to share videos about thrifting and crafting and DIY. I love to share videos about Dollar Tree and different topics like that. Pretty much I like to share videos about crafting and thrifting and just sort of like how to be creative on a budget. This is going to be sort of something that goes along that theme, and I've been thrifting and finding craft kits at the thrift store for quite a while. So today is going to be the first video in what I hope to be a series of crafting through craft kits with you guys. I don't know the name of it yet, but it's going to be something that I think will be really fun and just like a unique thing to share with you. So the first craft kit that we are going to work with is called Create Your Own Bead Pets, and it was 99 cents at the thrift store. The box is a little damaged. It's not bad, but if you guys are children of the 90s, you might remember how popular these bead pets were. I remember so fondly having friends that could make them in elementary school, and then I learned how to make them, and I just love these so much. I actually found a whole set of bead pets at the thrift store. I have them upstairs in like this, in our attic, in like a spot that is my vintage nostalgic section. I will try to go upstairs and get them to share them with you just as part of this video. But the main thing we're going to do today is craft through this craft kit. And I'm trying to see if it has a year on it. 2021. So this one is not vintage, but the idea behind it is vintage. This is what the back looks like. On the back it says it includes everything you need: 437 pony beads, 10 paper templates, 6 key rings, 4 lanyard clips, wax cord 20 yards total, 1 storage case, and easy to follow instructions. So yeah, I'm excited to give this a try. In the comments below, let me know if you remember having these when you were a kid, if you remember making these when you were a kid. I'd love to hear all about that. So let's open up this box and see if it has everything we need. It kind of looked like the box like had been sealed. The tape hadn't been removed when I looked at it a minute ago. So it looks like maybe it might be complete. I tried to film videos like this before and I've started, but then once I actually get started, the boxes they're missing supplies. So I'm hoping that that's not the case for this. So let's see. Looks like we have the beads. Looks like we have some like templates. This one is for the puppy. And this one's pizza. Some more templates. Aw, penguin. I think this might be the storage case for it. So it has the instructions right here. It says, step 1, set up your work area. First decide which shape you would like to make, then cut your cord to the specified length noted for the design. Oh, I thought this was going to be like floss, but this is a little bit like more firm. I thought it was going to be like embroidery floss. It looks like maybe it was used a little bit just because this packet of the thread is still in a package, but these two aren't. I know somebody that loves penguins, so I think I'm going to give the penguin a try. But let's quickly look at all of the different options. So we have the penguin, the fox. Oh, the fox is cute. The frog, the kitten, popsicle, the lizard. This one reminds me of the 90s. I definitely remember the lizard. The puppy and the pizza. The unicorn and the ladybug. So those are the options that we have. I think I might give the penguin a try. Let's see, cord length. For the penguin, we need 3.5 feet of cord. Then there's this like little storage case, and it has like grooves on the top of it. I think this is where you set the beads to actually create the project. I have my ruler. 1, 2. Okay, so we have 3.5 feet. First decide which shape you would like to make, which I did. I'm going to make the penguin right here, and then fold the cord in half to find the center. I cut the cord. This is 3.5 feet. This doesn't seem like 3.5 feet. Half hitch the cord to the keyring or lanyard. I'll use a keyring. They have the lanyard or the keyring option. Half hitch the cord to the keyring or lanyard clip by placing the fold through the keyring, opening it slightly, then bringing both pieces of cord through the loop. Pull both ends to create a snug knot. Oh, okay, I did it. So now it says to take the template and then put it underneath the case lid so that it'll help you see exactly where everything needs to go. Now I need to open the beads. Place the template under the case cover so you can easily lay out the design. Once the cover is closed, you can pull the cording through the opening in the case so it is ready to use with the template. What? So I have it like this with the template underneath, and I think I have to lay the beads on here to match the layout that they have right here, and then you start lacing. So I'm going to start with the black beads. This is going to be a mess. 2 little beads right there. This is going to be tricky. If you guys remember these from the 90s, let me know what kind of critters you would make. I used to make these all the time. One of my friends was able to make them, and then she taught me how to make them. Okay, there's the penguin. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so now let's see. Place all the coordinating beads on the top of the case. Make sure to follow the template. Did that. Start at the top of the pattern and lace the first row of beads on the cord. Lace the other cord through the same row in the opposite direction and pull tight. So I have the 2 cords, well, the 1 cord, but split into 2 parts. So I'm going to put them through here. This brings back so many memories. I feel like I didn't use cord like this. I used like a plastic cord. I'm going to lace it up. So pretty much you're going through and you're putting the beads on the one end of the cord, and then you're going through and on the opposite side taking the cord and going the opposite direction to sort of like attach it a little more closely. So I put them on this one side of the cord like this, but then I take the other cord, the other end of the cord, and I put it through on the other side. There we go. So I had to turn off the camera for filming for a little bit because I was getting stuck on this one part, but I think I figured it out. So I had to sort of loop it around in 2 different spots. Oh no, I thought I figured it out, but maybe I didn't. This is making the wings of the penguin. So you put in 3 beads, 1, 2, 3, and then you put the 4th bead on, and you have to loop it back through the same spot. And I wonder if it goes back through. I think it might. This is really, really like intricate to try to do. So there's that. Now I think it needs to go back through the middle part. I think it does, at least. This is really tricky. And then this one goes through the other way. I think this is probably the hardest part. Now it's getting tough because there's so many cords through here. I think I got it. So there's that. Now the next part is going to be like the white for the belly, at least part of the white for the belly. And it should be a little bit easier now because this last part was definitely the trickiest part. It starts the white for the belly. And then this one goes the opposite direction. Or doesn't it look so cute? It looks like a little penguin. So now the next part is going to be adding a little bit more for the white part for the belly. 2 beads instead of just 1. The part I'm having a hard time with is that the thread kind of split a little bit on the ends. So it's making it a little bit harder to thread through. I could do like 1 bead at a time. I was trying to just thread it through all at once, but I think doing 1 bead at a time is going to make it a little bit easier. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. This brings back so many memories. I feel like when I was a kid, mainly what we made were lizards. Maybe frogs, but I know for a fact lizards were like the main thing we made. And now just the last little part. I think I'm gonna trim the edge of this to make it a little easier to thread it through. All right, there's the penguin. And so now I just need to knot it. And I made a penguin. It's so cute. Look at it. Oh my gosh. That was a little tricky, but not as tricky as I thought it was going to be. The part that was hardest was definitely the arms were the hardest part to do, but it looks so cute. It's a little looser than I would hope it would be, but I think overall it turned out pretty cute. I'm really happy with it. So here is the little penguin that I made. It's super cute. It was pretty easy to do. There was just one part that was a little tricky. The arms were a little tricky because you had to like thread through the beads like a couple times in a couple different ways. The instructions aren't super clear. Like it gives you like a basic idea of how to do everything, but when it comes to each individual bead animal, it doesn't really give very explicit instructions, which made it a little difficult to do. He's pretty cute. What should I name him? So this is the one that I made, but I have gone to garage sales over the years and I love to collect vintage and nostalgic things. You guys know, if you've been following me for a while, you know that. And I went to a garage sale and there was an entire collection of, I think they're called bead buddies or bead pets. I bought them. I might end up donating them because I don't need them, but look how cute they are. So I have to show you what they made, and I don't know who made these. So the first one we have is a little duck. Super cute, on a key ring. And there is a lizard on a key ring as well. Looks like it might even be glow in the dark. A turtle. Somebody made these, like had a lot of skill and talent to be able to do this. Like look at how intricate this is. This I think is a penguin. This one's interesting because it's made with a wire where everything else is made with like thread or like a plastic type of thread. So yeah, it's like sometimes they're made with yarn, sometimes they're made with like embroidery floss, but this one's made with a wire. This I think is a whale or a fish. There's that. A snake, at least I'm pretty sure that's what this one is, with a little pattern on it. This one I'm not quite sure what is. Maybe it's like a rat or a mouse. Let me know in the comments if you guys think you know what this one is. Here's another little snake, like a little rainbow snake. This one's really detailed as well. It is a cat that has like raised ears. Like this is so intricate. You see that? It has like the ears are sort of like elevated. It's so detailed. Here's another lizard in like a shiny bead material. A little bunny. Somebody was really, really good at making these. This one, I don't know what this one is. Let me know in the comments if you guys think you know what this one is. I have no idea, but it's cute. This is made with smaller beads. Some of the beads are smaller. It's another lizard, I think. This is another has the raised ears to it. I think that this one's a mouse. I like this lizard because it's glitter beads. This lizard is made with tiny little beads. And this, I don't know what this is. Maybe like a bear? Let me know what you guys think this one is. So those are all the bead pets that I've collected over the years, and I love finding vintage and nostalgic things at the thrift store, at garage sales. I'm working on a space in my attic that is going to have all of my vintage nostalgic things on it, and it's like a plastic shelf that I'm going through, and I'm taking everything that I've found over the years and sort of putting it on that shelf just as like my own little museum kind of space. So these will go in that space for display. And that's it for today's crafting video. I hope you enjoyed crafting with me through this Bead Pets craft kit. It was $1 at the thrift store, a really good deal. Everything was in there, which is really nice. That doesn't always happen when you buy things secondhand. I like that when you're done with the project for the first time, you can store everything right here inside of this little container. And it has on top, it has all of the spots for the beads to go. You can thread the beads using this, which just keeps it a little more organized and a little neater to work with. Like I said earlier, it was overall pretty easy to do. Just some of the spots you had to sort of figure it out on your own, which I thought was a little tricky, but definitely not impossible to do. I would definitely try it again. If you enjoyed crafting with me, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Let me know in the comments below if there are any craft kits that you think I should try crafting through, if you have any craft kits that are your favorite, or just ones that you've been always curious about how they work. Let me know in the comments. I'll see if I can find them, and maybe we can do more crafting together. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!